guys, it's Ty with Ty the Dog Guy on the Daily, and I want to talk about something today that I think I've talked about before. I've brushed on it, but I want to give a little bit more depth. And that's something that I call the collateral effect. And so the collateral effect is just a term that we kind of use. That means that when we accomplish one thing or that we satisfy one need in a dog, that other things that we weren't necessarily anticipating sometimes fall in line. So the reason I'm thinking about this is because we've got this new videographer and she's filming some of our clients. And one of our clients said something along the lines of, the training process is a little bit hard. Our dog was, really trying to go after skateboards and stuff like that. And there's a lot of effort, but pushing through and doing the work, we saw some nice results. And some other things which were cool are now I only have to work with him for an hour. I can take him on an hour walk and he'll come home tired. Whereas before, 3 hours of exercise and he still wouldn't be tired. And she said something like, now he puts himself to bed when it's bedtime, things like that. And this is all the collateral effect. There's no training that we do designed to put the dog to bed, or so that the dog puts himself to bed. There's no training that we do that is designed to say, okay, instead of 3 hours of exercise, 1 hour is going to be okay. It's not something that we're intentionally doing. But what happens is, one thing that I'm going to tell people, that I tell people time and time again, is that you're always, I shouldn't say always, but you're typically going to tire a dog out faster through the brain than you will through the body. And again, I think that's something I've said on podcasts before, but it's worth restating, because that's a big challenge that people have, especially in today's hectic world. And I've got the same challenge myself, being as busy as I am. But as people as busy as we are, it can be difficult to find the time to get our dogs tired. And we know we want our dogs tired because if they're antsy and have all this energy, now we've got destruction or hyperactivity or behavior problems, or sometimes even aggression or anxiety can be exacerbated by too much energy, things like that. So we all know, even instinctively, even if you've never looked into dog training or anything dog behavior related, we all know that we want our dogs to get tired, that it's beneficial to them. But like I say, we need to leverage that time in order to make that happen. Excuse me. Because like I say, this particular person is similar to a lot of clients that we know, that it took 3 hours for them to get the dog tired. And if that's all you have to do that day, that's fine. There's what's wrong with going out for a hike for 3 hours? That's awesome. But if you've got work and you got to hit the grocery store on the way home, and then you've got some activity, and your kid has band practice, and I don't know, all this stuff that goes on in our everyday lives, then it now becomes very difficult to get our dogs tired. And so leverage becomes very important. Leveraging the time that we do have and putting in, and making the time that we do have be much more mentally exhausting to our dog. And so in this particular video that this client was making, that's what she talked about, that she did a structured walk, she practiced her obedience, and as a result, now the dog is more tired, he's more relaxed, his state of mind has changed. Again, this is common, that we're going to see a collateral effect, that different things change that we weren't even attempting to change, but things change for the better because we got the dog's mind right. So think about that with your dog. Is there a foundational problem that needs to be addressed? As far as the structure that your dog gets, the leadership that your dog gets, that if you address this foundational problem, that collaterally, you're going to see other issues crop up. By the way, if you're watching the video portion, you got to hand it to my dog. You see how many times she lifts her leg? How many female dogs lift their leg? This female of mine, she's constantly lifting her leg. She's awesome, right? But anyways, thanks for listening. Happy training.